how do the top 1% of achievers stick to and achieve their goals? The key is this: they are no different than you are. They do things differently than most of us do. And what can you learn from them? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give you 8 key things that the top 1% achievers in this world do that the rest of us probably don't do, specifically in regards to their goals. Number 1, they view goals differently than the rest of us. So for most of us, a goal is a wish. I wish I was 20 pounds lighter. I wish I had $1 million. I wish I could get up and exercise every morning. I wish I could eat more healthfully. For them, the top 1%, a goal is a plan. It's what I'm going to do as opposed to what I hope I will achieve. One of the key things they do is that they don't make the goal unless they know that they're going to achieve it. So they don't just do these, it's New Year's Day, what am I going to do this year? Oh, I'd like to be rich. I'd like to have a boyfriend. I'd like to have all. It's like, no, they're going to go out and set very specific different kinds of goals. We'll talk more about that in just a moment. Number 2, they then take that goal and integrate it into their daily plan. So let me just ask you, think about your goals. How often do you think about those goals? Can you even tell me what your goals are for this year? For most of us, we maybe find the list of the goals that we created on New Year's Eve later on and chuckle. I can't believe I actually thought I would do that. Or I can't believe I haven't done it yet again. Or it's something that's chuckleable. Now there's a word for you. The top 1%, every day they're asking, what will I do today to move me towards achieving my top 3 goals or my top goal? This has a lot to do with your to-do list, with your planners. The best planners have a section where it focuses you daily on your major goals. Now, some planners have a, what are my goals for today? An even better planner says, what are my goals for the year? And what am I going to do on those goals today to help me to achieve those goals? That's where you need to be focusing. If you don't have a planner like that, I can help you. Number 3, they have a weekly review and refocusing on achieving their goals. So their planning process includes every week sitting down and analyzing their progress. So they have a weekly session. And in that, it's not just what needs to be planned this week. So many families have that. They, like, mom and dad sit down, what needs to be planned this week? Okay, Jimmy's got to get to a soccer game on Tuesday night, and Jackie's got dance practice, and so we figure out how we're going to portion up the responsibilities of the key things. And maybe we talk about, hey, we need to put reservations in to be able to go on our vacation this summer. That's what most of us are doing. And so it's not what needs to be planned this week. Their planning sessions include, hey, what progress did I make towards my goals for the year this week? And number 2, what specific actions am I going to take this week so that I can move towards that goal? So you're measuring how you did and setting new progress for the upcoming week. Both of those are very important. And then those things that they're going to do this week then get immediately put onto the daily schedules as part of that planning session. So you don't just sit down on Saturday night or Sunday night and plan the week and it's like, okay, I'd like to do this, this, and this. And then Thursday you look at that and it's like, oh, I haven't done anything and I haven't got time to do it in the rest of the week. No, you take it as part of that planning meeting and immediately say, Monday's going to be a busy day, so I'm only going to do this one thing. Tuesday, I've got a little bit more, so I'm going to do 3 things on Tuesday. Wednesday, and so you actually put it on your daily planner for those days. Number 4, they don't do just to-do items. They actually turn their to-do items into time on their calendar. So instead of, hey, here are the meetings that I have, they have a meeting and then they have a time from 1 to 3, I'm going to work on such and such a goal. And then I got a meeting at 3 o'clock. Or better yet, maybe this isn't actually even very good. Better yet, I've got a meeting and then from 1 to 3, I'm going to do X task, which is a specific task, which gets me moving towards achieving that goal. So instead of between 1 and 3, I'm going to work on that goal. Between 1 and 3, I'm actually going to do such and such a task that I've already determined helps me move towards that goal. The more specific, the more likely you're going to accomplish it. Number 5. This is a really, really important and key one. The top 1% achievers don't accept life as it is. They go out and actively work to create the life that they want. So many people just, okay, I've got this, I hate my job, I got that, and so I come home and that's when I can get things done, but then I come home and I'm too tired, and so I accept that, so I'm going to sit in front of the TV for the rest of the night. So let's just imagine for a moment that you set a goal for yourself. You're self-employed, and so you can do this, and you set the goal for yourself to never work a Friday again in my life starting on January 1st. So I got 6 months to figure out how I am going to never work a Friday again. All right, what that means is you now have to you have to make 5 days of income in 4 days. How are you going to do that? So what then they do is they ask themselves, what has to change to make that possible? What do I have to do to make 5 days of income in 4 days? They break it down into tasks and then start making those changes happen. They build systems to bring in 5 days of income in 4 days. So if they have a sales-oriented kind of business, they may build a system which says, I'm going to spend 2 hours every morning doing sales calls. And I'm going to be on that every morning for 2 hours. Instead of spreading that across all 5 days, I'm going to do it in 2 hours every morning. And that 2 hours will enable me to be able to do it in 4 days instead of 5. And what happens is when you do this, when you say, I'm not going to accept life as it is, I'm going to change the life into the life I want, it's remarkable what will happen. All of a sudden, ideas start to come. Things begin to percolate. I heard a great example today. Traditionally, we make our offer for our high-end $5,000 product 3 or 4 times a year. All right, what we started doing now is every time we offer on any of our cheaper products, we also offer our high-end product. And we sell on each one of those launches, we sell a bunch of those high-end products. Now I no longer have to offer those 3 launches a year of my high-end product. I'll just do it as part of every other launch I do. That's a great example of not accepting life the way it is, moving your life into what it's got to be to achieve your goals. All right. Number 6, I'm giving you 8. There's 2 more coming after this. Number 6 is goals always translate into sub-goals. So this is, I hate the cliche, but it's a great cliche. Everybody knows immediately what I'm talking about. If you want to eat an elephant, you eat it at 1 bite at a time. So we make a key part of our weekly review to take the things that still need to be done on our goal and break them down into small subtasks. So as part of our weekly review, I have, here's my goal. for the year. Here's the sub goals that I'm going to do this week. And then we take those and put them onto our daily calendar. In other words, a goal is never earn $1 million this year. The goal is earn $22,500 this week. All right. What am I going to do that? Here are 5 subtasks that I'm going to do to earn $22,500 this week. And then you go execute those tasks so that at the end of the week, you look at your bank book and it's like, did I earn $22,500 more this week? But you did it by doing subtasks to get there. And then you measure the success weekly. I only came in at 22,000. Okay, next week I got to make 23,000 instead of 22,500 because I got to take the 500 I didn't get to this week and move it into next week so that I don't miss out on my big goal. And so then what you do is you reset and you reprocess. So you reset your goal. Now next week's goal is 23,000 because I didn't get 500 of that. And I reprocess the process of breaking down my weekly goals, my daily goals, my every step to get their goals so that I'm able to achieve the weekly goal this week. And then you reward or deny yourself accordingly. Okay, I did that. Excellent. I am going to reward myself by taking an extra half hour tomorrow to walk in the woods because that brings me peace. Or I did not achieve that, so then I do not get to, I was planning on going out to dinner on Friday to celebrate. I didn't achieve. We're not going out to dinner. We're staying home. You reward and deny yourself based upon the achievement or lack of achievement on your goals. Number 7, to a person who is one of the top 1%ers, goals are different. They are specific so that they know when they're done. It's not have better relationships with my kids this year. It's go on a weekly daddy-son time every week this year. I'm going to spend at least 2 hours out on a one-on-one with my son to improve my relationship. That's a totally different goal than improve my relationship with my kids this year. Okay? It's specific so you know when you're done. Number 2, it's accomplishable. I have a high probability of success. So if every year for the past 15 years, you've had lose 20 pounds on one of your goals and you've never lost 20 pounds, you're probably not going to accomplish that this year. And so then your goal needs to become work out 3 times a week for 20 minutes. If that's the thing that's going to get you, whatever that is, you move from the ethereal, that's the specific part, I'm probably never going to accomplish that, into specific and high probability of accomplishing. And by the way, if your goal has been to lose 20 pounds for the last 20 years and you've never achieved it, you may not want to make that your goal in the next year. Number 3, it needs to be motivating. What are you willing to sacrifice to achieve that goal? And the goal has got to be powerful enough that you're willing to say, I am willing to actually sacrifice to achieve that goal. If your goals do not have all 3 of those, specific, accomplishable, and motivating, then your goals aren't right yet for you. Number 8, then you tap into the power of habits. Go read Atomic Habits, read the separate books about this particular subject. So the whole concept of habit chaining, where I floss my teeth, then I use my water pick, and then I brush my teeth. And every time you floss the teeth, the other 2 are going to happen because you already had the habit of doing this thing when you get done with that thing. And so it may not be all teeth related, okay? So I'm going to go to bed, and before I'm going to go to bed, I'm going to spend half an hour meditating. And then from that, since I'm really good at that, I always do that every day. Now, what habit can I chain on the other end of that to make that be even better? Okay, after I get done meditating, I'm going to spend 15 minutes in prayer. I've been wanting to pray for years. I got this habit of meditating, but I've not gotten to the habit of doing those prayers. So I'm going to tie it to what I'm already doing that I'm good at and make that the next. So a great thing is something that you always do. I generally eat every day. All right. What can I attach to eating? So when I get done eating, I will do this task every day. So maybe when I get done eating, I pick up the phone and make a sales call, because that's the thing you always avoid doing. All right, I've got to think something that I do all the time and then turn it into a habit that immediately connects into that next thing. And that's how you habit chain. Next, what actions could I turn into habits to make my goals happen? So I got this goal to achieve this. I've got these subtasks that I've broken down to. Are there any of them that I could turn into a habit? So once again, let's say your goal is to improve your relationship with your son. That's not your goal, because that's not specific. You've got this you've got this goal of doing something, doing this daddy-son activity every week. All right, so I'm going to go one step further. I'm going to make it a habit that at the end of dinner every night, I'm going to give my son a hug and give him a compliment. There's an action that moves you towards the goal that you tie to a habit that you've already got. And all this is designed to help you achieve your goals. So what habits can I create to help me achieve my goals? So here's my question for you, 3 of them. What did you learn from this? Number 2, what are you going to do differently as a result of learning this? This is the key. Number 3, what are you going to do to make that happen? Specifically, are you going to start doing that weekly planning thing? Are you going to get a different planner that has a goal accomplishment section in every single day? Are you going to habit chain? What are you going to do differently? How are you going to make it happen so that you can take the things I just talked about and turn them into achievement of your goals so that you can become one of the top 1% achievers in the world? Hey, maybe not the top 1%, be in the top 10%, whatever. Just become a person that accomplishes your goals. Let me know what you're going to do differently in the chat. This is Don Crowther saying, just go do this stuff.